Your salary alone will not make you rich. You can make 100K, 200K, even $300,000 a year and still be broke, feel broke, and live paycheck to paycheck. I believe that some of the brokest people are the people that make six figures. And one of the biggest reasons this is a thing is because when you make more money, you feel like you can spend more money, but that's not always the case. Honestly, a high income without discipline creates bigger spending, and this is the reason why a lot of people that make a lot of money feel broke, because they don't have the discipline to be smart with their money. They don't have the discipline to spend their money correctly. One of the main reasons that people that make 100K, 200K can still feel broke and they are not necessarily rich is because of lifestyle inflation. Now, lifestyle inflation is when you increase your lifestyle, increase the day-to-day things, whether that's buying a newer car, buying a bigger house, going to nicer grocery stores, because you make more money. Now, just because you make more money does not mean you should raise your expenses. And this is exactly what lifestyle inflation is. Turn your raises into higher expenses. Say you're working at this job, you got a 5% raise. Now, instead of putting that raise to your investments, you put that raise to going to get a new car. That is lifestyle inflation. And these things add up year over year. So then next year you get a 5% raise, and then instead of putting that towards your investments, you put that towards financing something else, or you put that towards a vacation. And again, that's lifestyle inflating your lifestyle. At the same time, expenses are going up as well. You know, people reward themselves every paycheck. I think one of the biggest mistakes that people live by is, I work hard, so I deserve it. I work every day, so I deserve it. I was just listening to a YouTube video, and it's crazy. This lady and her husband, they made about $5,000 a month. They were living rent-free with the wife's dad. They had a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old, all living in this one house. They had a jet ski. They had a $37,000 car loan. They had an RV. They had all these things. And mind you, they filed for bankruptcy a few years ago. They feel like they deserve this, but at the end of the day, you really can't afford it. And if you can't afford something, that's fine. We have to be okay with that and realize, okay, we can't afford it, so we have to make more money, or we need to be better disciplined when it comes to these things instead of just buying things off a whim. To be honest, these expensive habits become normal fast, and this is exactly what this couple was kind of dealing with. These were normal expenses for them. They were paying like $3,000 a month in debt. Making payments on this RV, or even having an RV became a normal thing. Having this jet ski became a normal thing. All these high expenses became a normal thing. Even before they got the RV, they had a different RV. So this was a normal expense that came out, but it's not normal. But it could be normal in their circle because everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's buying the same items. But lifestyle inflation is very dangerous, and it's present in many different forms, whether that's financing your car after you just paid it off, whether that's going on more expensive vacations, whether that's upgrading your phone every year. Lifestyle inflation is for real. It takes forms in many different ways. We don't want to look rich. We want to actually be rich. So people that make this $100,000 a year or make this $200,000 a year and you can't afford life, they're trying to look rich. We want our investments to be worth more than our liabilities. We want way more in investments than we have in credit card debt, way more in investments than we have in the car loans. And that's how you start to kind of flip this script. A lot of people do fall for the social media trap. You go on social media, you see someone making all this money. You go on social media, you see someone going on all these vacations. I didn't fall for this trap, but I asked this guy, I'm like, man, you're traveling, like what's going on? He's just like, I'm grateful to be traveling, I'm grateful to be doing what I'm doing. I'm like, how's he doing it? I have no idea. Maybe he has a great business going on. Maybe he has a living situation like that family where he's living with his parents and he's able to just throw all his money towards vacation instead of putting that money towards that. He's maybe putting that money towards vacation, or he's doing it the normal way. He makes a lot of money. He has a good job. He's able to travel a lot. I don't know, but we cannot fall for these social media traps. And just because we see someone doing whatever they're doing on social media doesn't mean that we should be able to do it, or doesn't mean that we can do it. We have to live within our means, and that's the biggest thing that I don't think people realize. Just because you make more money does not mean you don't need to live within your means. I really think that debt can create an illusion of wealth. Basically, you're financing everything. You're using the buy now, pay laters. You're financing your car. The lady was even financing shampoos. Like, it's crazy. Buy now, pay later for shampoos, and because it's super expensive and it's some website that offers these promotions. You're making monthly payments and weekly payments or whatever it is, so you can afford things that you can't actually afford. And this is the thing. So even when you do see someone with a nice car, or you see someone with a nice house, don't automatically assume that they're rich, because that can really create an illusion of wealth. Because you break up this big payment into little payments, but we don't know what their investment accounts look like. We don't know how much they're able to actually save and invest every single month. And like I said at the beginning, a high income is just not enough. Because you have a high income does not mean that you're well off. Athletes and celebrities go broke all the time, and we always see the stats when we're talking about NBA players, NFL players, even music artists, they make all this money in a lump sum, but they don't have the habits, they don't have the discipline to actually hold on to this money. The craziest part about this is if they were just to invest a lump sum of the money they got, they would be so much better off once they retire, because they could just throw that money into an investment account. Say you throw $5 billion or even $10 million of your super large contract into an investment account. It will grow exponentially. It will grow into some insane numbers, even with you just leaving it there. A high income is just not going to solve all your problems. Financial habits matter more than a high income at some point. And these are the habits you have to build. You have to be able to practice delayed gratification. You have to be able to budget. You have to be able to automate your expenses and live below your means, not above your means, not even at your means. You need to live below your means if you want to see a change in your life, if you want to see a change in your investment account, if you want to even see a change in your income. You have to live below your means and be okay doing it. So if you're not able to build wealth, just know that wealth is built quietly. Building wealth is super boring. I have a brokerage account and I'm trying to do like weekly trading, like kind of swing trading, but my account is not growing as much as my Roth IRA, which is my long-term wealth building account. That just continues to grow, because with this swing trade account, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not like super well versed, but it's almost like guessing which stock's going to do best. It's almost like guessing what's going to happen in the stock market. But with my Roth IRA, that I'm steadily investing into that thing every single month, and I'll be investing in that thing for at least 30 years, then pulling out at 59 and taking that money tax-free to the bank or whatever I want to spend it on. It's boring, it's slow. I'm my 401k, I mean, I'm putting my 15 to 16% every single month, and it's just growing. And it's going to take a long time for it to turn to $1 million. It just reached $100,000. It's going to take a long time for it to turn $200,000 for $300,000. And I just have to stay at it and be consistent and know that compound interest is going to start working in my favor sooner than later. And again, delayed gratification is super powerful. Just because you have the ability or you have the money or the debt to purchase this item right now does not mean that you need to do it. It does not mean that you need to go and buy this item. Practice delayed gratification even on little items. Like, this is a skill that you have to build up. Practice delayed gratification on buying ice cream. If you practice delayed gratification, these habits will come to you even faster. So something that you can do when you do get this high income is to automate your expenses, automate your monthly bills, and make sure that you have money going to certain accounts every single month. Like for me, I have a bill account. So I have a certain amount of money going to a separate account, a separate checking account where all my bills are paid out of, and these bills are paid automatically, so I don't have to think about it. I'm never gonna miss electricity bill. I'm never gonna miss a water bill or a phone bill, because these bills are paid automatically. Pay off your car, pay off your loans. Try your hardest to pay off your loans, especially your high interest loans, because they're just gonna be draining your cash flow every single month. Try your hardest to build an emergency fund after you pay off all your debts. 3 to 6 month emergency fund is perfect. And keep your expenses low so you can grow your emergency fund faster, because the more expenses you have, the harder it is to grow this emergency fund. The real goal here is to reach financial freedom as fast as possible. The best way to reach financial freedom is by keeping your expenses low. That is the ultimate thing you should do if you want to get your money back into your account, actually save those raises, is to live below your means. I'm telling you guys, that is the true key to building wealth. Just because you can afford that nice car, just because you can afford that nice apartment, does not mean you should go for it. Go for an apartment that's 50% less than what you can afford, or 30% less than what you can afford, and you'll start to see your life change for the better. Because the only thing that these high expenses bring is more stress, and less stress in your life will literally make you feel so much better. Like, I feel so great that I don't have to pay $2,000 a month in rent. I don't have to pay $700 a month for a car payment. I don't have to worry about a $5,000 credit card set a 20% interest rate and charging me $400 or $500 a month, because I live below my means and I'm able to manage my money in a good way. So if I made more money, it would benefit me so much, because that would just go to savings and that would go more towards investing. You have to have the discipline. You have to set these habits right now before you start making a lot of money. So if you're not making a lot of money right now, you want to get these habits in place, so when you do start making more money, it's easy to manage it. Because when you start making a lot of money and you get those, $3,000, $4,000 checks, you're going to be like, I have more money than I actually need, and I'm going to start spending money on stupid stuff, and before you know it, you're gonna be in debt. All that money that you had is gonna start dwindling down as life goes on, as you start having kids, as you get a wife or a husband. That amount of money is gonna start dwindling down. And again, back to the basics of this conversation, you wanna live below your means. So again, a high salary will not make you rich. Yes, those paychecks feel comfortable. If you don't have the habits or the discipline to actually manage that money, then you're gonna realize real soon that your income is not gonna make you rich. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. I'm just kind of ranting because it's actually insane how some people do think that just because someone has a high income, they are rich, or you know, they have a lot of investment, or just because they have a nice car, they're well off. But this is far from the truth, because believe it or not, majority of people are living paycheck to paycheck. And I think I saw something saying like 60 to 70% people are living paycheck to paycheck, and I don't want that to be you. Make sure you guys are automating your investments. Make sure you guys are prioritizing investing into your future. Make sure you guys are prioritizing investing to your 401k. Focus on your saving rate. Stop trying to look rich, actually be rich. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.